Hey everyone, it's Miss Jill from Bright Start for Kids. How are you doing? Let's get started this morning with our good morning song. You ready? Good morning, we're glad that you are here today. Good morning to you. My name's Miss Jill. What's your name? Good. Shout it out loud. Good morning to you and you and you and you and you. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks. Also, I want to read this really special story. It's called The Tiny Seed by one of my favorite book authors, an illustrator named Carle. We're going to read that. So I want to read to you the story called The Tiny Seed by Carle. And this is the front cover of the book. Oh, don't you love how he paints? It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? Can you point to the smallest seed? Yeah, it's right there. Do you think it's going to make it? Let's turn the page. One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up it goes. It flies too high, and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. Do you see it? Yeah, it's right there. Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. The ice never melts and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Oh, look how fast they're going. Where's that little seed? Can you point to it? Yeah, it's right there. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. Do you see it? There it is. One seed drifts down onto the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Do you see the tiny seed? It's right there. Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one of the seeds. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird doesn't even see it. Do you see the seed? It's hiding right there. Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still, and the mouse doesn't see it. Do you see the seed? It's right there. Now it's spring. After a few months, the snow is melted. It really is spring. Birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls, the seeds grow. So round and full, very start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore. They're plants. First they send roots down into the ground. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up toward the sun and air. There's another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It's a big, fat weed. And it takes all the sunlight and all the rain away from the other small new plants. And that little plant dies. But the tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry! But finally, it too starts to grow as well. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun in the springtime. One child doesn't see the plants as he runs along and, oh no, he breaks one. Now it cannot grow anymore. To be careful when we run across our plants. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud, and now even a flower. Do you see the tiny little seed grew this little plant with 3 little leaves? But what's happening? First, there are footsteps. Then it's a shadow looms over them. Then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. Oh, a boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. It is summer now. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on, and it doesn't stop. The sun shines on it, and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they've ever seen. It's a giant flower. All summer long, the birds and the bees and the butterflies come visit. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. Now it's autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower, and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows hard. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes that flower. Once more the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower seed pod opens. But out come many tiny seeds, and they quickly sail far away on the wind.